Have you ever stood in front of your closet feeling totally lost about what to wear? Like you have nothing in your closet that fits you, nothing feels like you anymore, and you just end up throwing on the same old leggings and oversized t shirt. You're not alone, mama. Postpartum style can feel like a mystery, but today we're unlocking the secrets to feeling confident and put together without spending hours stressing over your outfits. So I'm excited to introduce to you today our special guest, Heather Riggs. She's the founder of Her Style LLC and the host of the top 10 fashion and beauty show, Her Style Podcast. With 17 years of experience as a certified image consultant and color specialist, Heather helps ambitious women show up and get dressed with confidence. Today, we're talking about how to redefine your style after motherhood, dress in a way that flatters your postpartum body, and build a wardrobe that makes you feel amazing. Are you ready? Let's go. Are you finding it hard to keep up with the demands of motherhood because your energy is always low? Is your weak core holding you back from feeling strong and confident in your postpartum journey? Do you avoid looking in the mirror because you're not happy with what you see? Hey mama, welcome to the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast, where you'll learn how to reclaim your energy, strengthen your body after pregnancy, and finally say goodbye to the postpartum pooch in less time. Hi, I'm Dr. Jenna, but you can call me Jenna, and I'm a physical therapist, wife, and mom of 4 girls who has cracked the code on how to strengthen your core postpartum in the easiest and safest way possible. I too struggled with my postpartum fitness journey as a new mom, but now I'm stronger than ever, and I'm here to help you do the same without the stress, exhaustion, or struggle. If you're ready to fit fitness into your busy schedule while you navigate your postpartum journey and stay motivated along the way, then you're in the right place. It's all about progress, not perfection, and I'm here to help walk you through that journey to feeling strong, confident, and energized. That energy comes from within, not your coffee. Let's roll out that yoga mat, girl. It's time to do this. Hey, mama friend, I know how hard it is to look in the mirror and not recognize your own body anymore. The loose belly, the extra skin, the weak core, the way your clothes just don't fit the same anymore. It can take a real hit on your confidence. But here's the thing, you don't have to stay stuck feeling this way. In just 10 weeks, you can have your core fully restored and you can say goodbye to your postpartum pooch. It can be long gone in just 10 weeks and you can slip back into your favorite pair of jeans with confidence. Postpartum Ab Rehab is my step-by-step program, a 6-month program designed to rebuild your core safely and effectively so you can feel strong, supported, and feel like yourself again. And that's huge. How good would that feel if you just felt like the way you used to feel before getting pregnant? If you're ready to stop hiding under your baggy clothes and start feeling amazing in your own skin again, join me inside Postpartum Ab Rehab today. You can go to livecorestrong.com/program and get signed up and start working with me right now. All right, are you ready to hear the conversation I had with Heather about style and fashion postpartum? Let's get right to it. Hi, Heather. Welcome to my show. I'm so excited that you're here. We've been friends for a long time, but now I'm excited to hear your expertise and how you can help the postpartum moms who are listening to my show. Welcome. And can you tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into your business?
Yes, Fred. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really excited to be here with you. And so my interest in fashion really started from a young age. I loved playing with paper dolls and fashion plates. I'm a child of the 80s, if you can't tell. I know I'm dating myself, but I loved all of those things as a kid. Mall madness. My first jobs were working in retail. And so I really just always had an interest in fashion. I thought I was going to be a costume designer, but I found out pretty quickly after I started down that path in college that you really have to know how to sew, which I do not still to this day. So I had to make a pivot in my ultimate career. But my mom actually was the one who told me about image consulting. She read an interview in one of her magazines. I don't remember if it was Good Housekeeping or whatnot. And she showed it to me right away. And she was like, Heather, I think this sounds right up your alley. And of course, mom knows best. And so I looked into more about image consulting. And what I really loved about it which to me kind of goes a step further than just being a stylist and sort of pushing trends and helping women wear lots of current looks. Image consulting is all about putting your inner, like your best inner self to the outer appearance. And so it's more about working with the person's innate personality and bringing all of your inherent features into play just so that you can really show up looking and feeling your best, regardless of the trends. And so I've been able to do this work for the past 17 years. And now, just in the last few years, I've taken my business online and have been able to work with women all over the world, which has just been the absolute coolest experience. So, I'm all about helping women really show up and get dressed every single day with confidence.
Oh, I love it. And I'm so glad that you said that because that's what the postpartum moms need help with the most is rebuilding their confidence. And so we are going to dive deep into that today in this episode. I'm excited to hear your take on it. But let's start with some common style struggles. So postpartum moms are really struggling after having their baby with their style. So what are you seeing as the most common style struggles that moms are having?
Yeah, well, and I will tell you, I have the same struggles myself, even though I'm an expert and I've done this work for lots of clients over the years. When I was really in the throes of motherhood with a newborn baby, it was almost survival mode for me. Like my husband and I, it took us 10 years to have our son from the time we got married. So it was a big change in our lives going from working to suddenly I was just home caring for this precious little life that we had waited so long for. And so the things that worked for me before I had my son really didn't work as well for me anymore for a number of reasons. I went through physical changes, my tastes also changed, my lifestyle was completely different. And so what I find with women is that if your life has changed in a significant way and your wardrobe hasn't, there's inevitably going to be a mismatch there. And I know for a lot of moms, we really get in a cycle of putting our family first, which is a beautiful thing, but we can be a little bit sacrificial in that way of not thinking of ourselves. And then we go further and further into the wardrobe rut, and we wake up one day and realize I have a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear because either things don't fit me anymore, they don't work for the activities that I actually have on my calendar, all of those different things. So it's really just having that mismatch in your new postpartum life and needing to update that a little bit just to get back on track.
Definitely. So many moms say that they dread opening up their closet after having a baby. They just can't even face the fact of opening up the door. Yes. So how can moms start redefining their style in this new season of their life?
I think there's two things that are really important to take a few minutes to do. The first is to really figure out what you want to look and feel like when you get dressed. And so part of that is having a little time to do some self discovery around what you want your personal style to be. I highly recommend, if you don't already have a free Pinterest account, that you set one up and start browsing ideas on there. Save everything that you like visually to a style mood board. You can go back and curate it a little bit more later, take out anything that you decide maybe won't work for you, and just kind of play and dream and continue adding on to it until you can start to notice some different patterns. Maybe you're liking certain fabrics or certain color palettes are really drawing you in, or there's just different elements visually that you maybe don't have in your wardrobe right now that are kind of going to give you a light bulb moment of maybe this is something I would like to bring into my new postpartum wardrobe. So that's one thing, is just getting really clear on what you like, and so that you can shut out all of the noise of what people are telling you you should wear, especially in terms of trends and things like that. So that's the first thing, is just getting really clear on what you want your signature style to be. I also have a free quiz that will help you get started with that, which we can talk about a little bit later on in the episode as well. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is to get really realistic about what's on your calendar. I think sometimes we're trying to get dressed, but we haven't planned for the outfits that we need to actually get through those activities. I know for me, I love girly things. I love beautiful cocktail dresses. I once counted 32 of them in my closet. And at the same time, I didn't have a properly fitting bra. So another thing that we need to keep in mind is being realistic about what's on our calendar. Ideally, you'll have some really great outfits lined up and ready to go for the things that are in your normal week to week. So I suggest that you start with your signature style and then you take a realistic look at your calendar, maybe just 1 month out. What do you have going on? What types of outfits would you like for all of those activities? That's a really good way to start getting back on track and making sure that you're making purchases that are going to be smart and serve you from week to week and that you're not overspending or buying things that you actually won't be able to wear in real life.
I
So
love
you can
that.
learn from my
I never
mistakes.
Yeah, that was really helpful because for me as a postpartum mom, I remember thinking, okay, I'm not doing anything, I'm staying home, but then I would go to church every Sunday, and that's when things got hard because you want to look nice, you're going out of the house, and if I just would have taken the time to think, I just need a few outfits for church this month, that would take away the stress of Sunday morning trying to get your baby ready to go to church and opening up the closet door. So yeah, planning that out is so key. So tell me, what are your top three tips for dressing in a flattering way postpartum? Because we are so used to frumpy clothes, right? But what if we want to, look a little bit nicer? What do you recommend?
Yeah, my number one advice for this, or my number one tip is to wear your best colors. And I think sometimes color is a really underestimated aspect of our personal style. And I know for me, I fell into a big rut in my postpartum journey of just sticking to neutrals. I saw all the cool moms on Instagram wearing lots of beige tones and beautiful neutrals, and it looks so elegant. But for me, I really do love a lot of color in my wardrobe. And so I realized pretty quickly that I was starting to gravitate to what everybody else was wearing instead of what really made me feel my best. And so I think whatever the right colors are for you, that's something that is going to really move the needle in terms of your confidence. And so whether it's incorporating your hair color or your eye color into your clothing, I'm all about bringing your personal features into your outfits. So those are just a few quick, easy colors that you can kind of look in the mirror and maybe bring into your wardrobe. If you love pinks, maybe find a tone that really complements your complexion, whether it's a cool baby or ballet slipper pink, or if it's a little bit more of a warm coral color. Just start to think about what you hear the most compliments on, what makes you feel the most excited to get dressed. But if you think about it, even if you're just hanging out at home with your kiddos all day and you want to be comfortable, a matching lounge set in one of your best colors is a really easy way to put together a more elevated look that's still really practical and comfy and can just make you feel a whole lot more polished. So definitely starting with your best colors, looking to elevate some of those basics. I wore a lot of dry clean only pieces before having my son, and I realized pretty quickly that I needed items that were easy to wash, easy to care for. But that doesn't mean that you have to buy cheap clothing either. So if you can make sure that you are doing the best you can with what you can afford and budget, that will also help you feel a little bit more polished and put together. And in terms of creating flattering looks, I know as women, we can often focus on a lot of our flaws. I think the best thing to do when you get dressed is pick one feature that you really love or appreciate about your physical appearance and focus more on highlighting that. And by default, the other things that bother you will be a little bit more downplayed and kind of fall away. So if you're focusing on the good things, and just picking one area of your body to highlight. If it's your eyes, for example, wearing your eye color close to your face is really going to help them to pop and stand out in your outfit. So thinking about what do you want to celebrate and focus on can be such a big game changer when you go to get dressed.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I never thought about that. And I'm so glad that you're reminding all of us to focus on some things that are more flattering. We don't need to be so focused on the pooch. There are other areas of our body that are beautiful that we can really accent. So that's wonderful. Well, I am thinking about all the days of rolling on the floor, doing tummy time with my baby, or going for long, sweaty walks and thinking about style. How do we incorporate our style and be stylish while being a practical, typical mom? What kind of things can we wear?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we just talked about the importance of easy to care pieces, right? And so making sure that you're buying things that you could just throw in the washer and ideally in the dryer. So make sure that you're checking clothing labels before you make any investments. Or if you're shopping online, make sure that you take the extra step to check the care instructions and make your life easier. Find things that are really simple to wash and take care of in that way. I also think layers are really helpful for
Mm.
moms, because especially if you are still nursing, or if you are kind of making quick changes throughout the day, especially if you're a working mom and you need to show up on Zoom and then 5 minutes later turn around and feed the kiddos, it's nice to be able to just throw on an elegant blazer or a great cardigan, again in one of your best colors, and then you can just do quick changes throughout the day. So focusing on some of those good staple pieces, some good tank tops, nursing bras, workout pieces, things like that, that then you could just throw another item on and feel really polished and put together. So those are a couple quick things that come to mind.
I love that. That is great. And yeah, layers are key. I think even though I'm not nursing right now, but I just love layers just because I want to adapt to the temperature, the changes where, I'm in Pennsylvania, and the temperature can range from 10 degrees to 70 degrees in a week. So I'm a big layer person. All right. So if moms are feeling really down on themselves, like they are lacking all confidence, what kind of advice would you give them to get out of this rut that they're feeling with their clothes, with their body, with their image, just to help them to get a little unstuck?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted them to know that they're not alone. I think we all go through seasons of struggle with this. And so, my best advice is to realize that focusing a little bit on building up your confidence is actually a selfless choice. And I know that that might sound strange, especially to moms. It's like we don't want to put any time and attention on ourselves. But if you think about it, when you are stepping into your full confidence, it enables you to really show up and focus out on others. If you are feeling down on yourself, if you're feeling insecure in your clothing, it's hard to show up for your day or to go out and engage with people and not be in your head about what are they thinking about me, or I really don't feel my best. I don't feel comfortable in this. If you are choosing to build up that confidence muscle and you can get out there and focus fully on other people and just be secure in your body, in your clothing, and who you are as a woman, it's going to really radiate out to others and set such a better example for your kiddos too. So I think as moms, we need to be really conscious of the way that we're speaking about ourselves in all manners. My son can get really down on himself, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, is he getting this from me? Like, we're trying to be really cognizant of the language that we use and building each other up, and not in a conceited way, but again, just to be able to put our best selves out there and be able to focus on each other. So I think that's a huge thing to realize, is that putting even just 5 or 10 minutes extra into your routine in the morning, whether it's throwing on a lip color that makes you feel a little bit more put together, or taking just a few minutes to style your hair in the morning, can really impact how you go about the rest of your day. I mean, if you think about like look good, feel good, there is so much truth to that. And you don't have to spend hours in the bathroom getting ready or put all of your family's budget into buying a whole new wardrobe, but even just doing some small things for yourself can really make a big difference in how you're showing up for yourself and for others.
I agree. I was one that never stayed in my pajamas. As a postpartum mom, I got dressed every day, no matter what, because it just changed my mood. And I felt like I was doing something or I had a purpose. But if I, when you stay in your pajamas and you're just lounging around the house, you feel just tired and frumpy. I don't know. That's the word that I keep thinking. But yeah, I love your advice. So good. Well, we're going to end with a bonus question here. What are 2 or 3 easy ways that you love to elevate your outfit that these moms listening can do the same? So if you were to do 2 or 3 easy things that don't cost a lot of money, what would be your pick?
Yeah. Okay. This is such a fun one. I think my first choice is just some great costume jewelry. You don't have to spend a lot of money on this, but I think adding a couple of accessories to your outfit can absolutely take things to the next level. So, whether you're just picking up a couple of trendy pieces from Target, or if you do want to invest in maybe a more personalized item with your kids' initials or something sweet like that that has more meaning to you, just adding a couple of accessories to your look in your personal style can really make a huge difference. On a similar note, I think taking the time to style your hair and or makeup can really make or break your overall outfit. And again, these have nothing to do with the actual clothes that you're wearing, but it's all about that overall presentation. And so, not to say that you have to spend hours, but maybe you find a quick 5 minute makeup routine that makes you feel amazing, or even a simple way to style your hair and a quick updo if the kids are, pulling on you all day and you don't really want to mess with a lot of hairstyling in the morning, just finding a couple things that can really make you feel a lot more polished and put together. Those are key. And then in terms of investments, where I always go financially for me, I think it's so important to buy the best quality shoes and handbags that you can, especially if you're a mom. Like, get yourself a cute little diaper bag that's practical, that holds all the things, but that makes your outfit feel, again, really well put together. And then I think shoes are a great place to put in a bigger, cost per wear, because you want them to be comfortable, but also they can, if you see a great outfit and then a pair of really rundown, beat up shoes, it just kind of ruins the whole
Ruins
thing.
it. Yes, it
So
does.
shoes and handbags can really help to up level things in a huge way. And whether you spend a lot there or not, just again, making the best investments that you can with the budget that works for you and your family.
That's so great. I love it. Well, Heather, it's been wonderful chatting with you. And I know everybody is going to want to follow you and listen to your show. So tell us where they can hear you and some of your other resources that you have to help moms and women style better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we already talked about my free personal style quiz. It takes less than 5 minutes. This is a really quick and easy way to get started on your own wardrobe revamp. You can head to herstylellc.com/quiz to find out your top 3 personal style types. And I'll give you even more steps to start working on your Pinterest mood board, like we talked about, all of those things to really get that dialed in. Of course, I would love for you to hang out with me on my podcast, which is Her Style Podcast. I do 2 episodes a week. So there's a ton of episodes that you can go and listen to and catch up on. And then, of course, I also have a free Facebook group, which you're welcome to join. And you can find that at herstylellc.com/community.
Wonderful. Well, everybody go follow Heather. And Heather, thanks for being here. I've loved talking to you.
Same here, Jenna. Thanks for having me.
Wow, how great was that conversation with Heather? I love how she made postpartum style feel so doable and gave us real practical ways to feel confident in what we wear every day. If you've been stuck in a style rut, I hope you're walking away with some fresh inspiration to build a wardrobe that actually works for you in this season of your life. If you love this episode, be sure to check out Heather's podcast, right? Go to Her Style Podcast. She is killing it over there. So go over to her podcast for more amazing fashion tips. And if you're looking for even more inspiration, one of my most popular episodes in the past 3 months is episode number 156. This is titled Need Inspiration for Your Fitness Game in 2025? Listen to Natalie's amazing running story. Guys, this amazing running story is no joke. It's all about her running the Grand Canyon. If you didn't listen to it, you got to go listen to it, okay? So give it a listen, and I can't wait to catch you on the next episode of the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast. And remember to always live core strong. Hey mama, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts? It would bring me so much joy. Simply scroll down to the stars and click write a review. Your review will help more women discover our podcast. Let's grow this fit mom movement together. And if you want your friends to come alongside you on this postpartum fitness journey, invite them to our free Facebook group where you can get motivated together. Community is key to success, and that's what I want for you. So join ours by going to the link in the show notes, and before you know it, the baby weight will be falling off as quickly as those stinky diapers. I can't wait to see you on the next episode of the Fit Postpartum Mom Podcast.